Awesome. So thank you, Peter, for jumping on. For everyone else who's listening back at home, today we're going to be going over just a reminder of the promotions for this month, July and August, and then a little bit around X Plus and how you're able to market and sell that in your studios. So just a reminder, we've been touching on this for a little while now, but our July, August promotions, which are going to roll over between the months, is our Going for Gold. So that is join on any membership and pay $24 a week for your first month. We are aligning this with the Olympics, which is going to be starting very, very, very soon and will be all over everyone's TVs. So that is going to be from the 26th of July through to the 11th of August. That offer will be valid for first-time riders, only on monthly memberships. And that is through the use of a promo code, which is I believe, 24K Gold or 24 Gold. I'll just double check that and make sure that's
24K Gold.
24K Gold. Awesome. And just a reminder as well, this is going to be kicking off in line with that promotion. That is our Go for the Bingo Challenge. So that is our Olympic Bingo Challenge. So that is going to run from the 26th of July through to the 11th of August. Peter, are you guys going to be participating in this one, or?
We will. Yep. We've printed up some little flyers, but yeah, we're definitely going to have a crack for sure.
Fantastic. Are you guys planning on changing any of the bingo activities that you want to share with everyone? Or
look, no, we're actually, James and I are only going to talk about it this week, about different ones, because there's so many different options. I like the ones that you've provided so far, and looking at some of the previous ones that I've seen around, I think, not too many changes, but yeah.
Perfect.
I think some good ones that we've done in the past have been things around, I actually haven't read through them, so I should take a look, but just around purchasing merch and bits and pieces, but also taking photos in your new merch and sharing it on Instagram and social media and that sort of stuff. So if you're looking for ideas, there's things that you can do that involve them actually doing posts themselves and then sharing it with their friends and family on their social media, but then obviously tagging you at the studio level, creating you some content that you can use as well. So don't necessarily go 100% with everything that's on there. I think it's fine, but if you want to incorporate some stuff that's local to your studio as well, definitely do that as well.
Yeah, and that might be including things like picking out specific classes that you want to increase attendance for and popping them on there as well. Or if you want to have people attend different class types as well. So encouraging people to attend a strength class if you're running them at your studio. So in doing that, just a reminder that the best way that studios have run it previously is generally keeping the bingo cards in the studio. So if you have a little alphabetical organizer for people to store their cards in, and that way when they come in, they can just get it from the staff members or pick it up themselves and get it stamped for each of the activities they've completed. There are two ways that they can enter the draw. So it's either by completing one line of bingo, which will get them one entry into the draw, or completing a blackout bingo, which is all of the tasks, which will actually get them 5 entries into the draw. That is up to you guys what you would like to supply on a local level as the studio prize. Just letting them know that any lost cards will be disqualified. So that's why it's really helpful to keep them in studio, just in case anyone loses them in their workout bag in between the gym and home. Now, the prize, again, that's to be provided by the studio. So it's up to you as well if you would like to provide more than one prize as well. So to give people that opportunity to maybe go into an extra draw if they complete all of the tasks. Just in terms of steps to complete, if your studio is going to be participating, so editing your bingo card, if you would like to change any of those tasks to be a little bit more localized, those bingo cards are available on digital stacks, so you can edit all of the tasks, download and then send off to a local printer. Preferred printing size is probably around your A5, so half of an A4 size. Order printing of your bingo cards anytime before the challenge starts. Ideally, you want to have it a few days before the challenge starts so people can start to write their names and pick them up. And then just look at printing that bingo challenge rules poster if you haven't already, to have it available in your studio. Now, just in terms of August assets, so of course we have all of the promotional assets as well as the bingo assets, which you guys are able to use. There will be also just some additional August assets for Jeans for Jeans Day, Red Nose Day, and Daffodil Day in the month of August. Just a reminder on the Q3 cycle beats. So for Q3, from July 29th through to August 4th, we've got Muse and Arctic Monkeys week. From August 5th through to the 11th, we've got Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks week. From August 12th through to the 18th, we have Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen week. From August 19th through to 25th is The Killers and Imagine Dragons week. And then from the 26th to the 1st of September, we have 90s alt rock, which is Nin, Linkin Park, Smashing Pumpkins, Garbage, and Pearl Jam week. So as always, those playlists are available through the link featured here. And also if you want to click there, it has the overview of the 2024 Cycle Beats annual calendar. So you can see what is coming up and what your instructors want to look at using at your local studio as well. Just a reminder as well, some new assets which dropped in a couple of weeks ago. We've got the CycleBar apps flyers. These are a double-sided CycleBar app flyer. On one side has information around the CycleBar AU app. So it features a QR code, or 2 QR codes, which link directly through to the app download pages, depending on if they're using Google Play or if they're using the Apple App Store. It showcases features of the apps so that they're able to track stats, browse class schedules, book their bike, and favorite their studios. And it also just has instructions on how they're able to book a class and a bike down the bottom, and a space for them to write down their username and their password for people who might be a little bit forgetful and want to have that piece of paper for down the track. Then on side 2, there is information around X Plus. So for our unlimited members, it gives them information on activating their account. And it also gives a QR code linking to a video showcasing how the app works and the benefits of the app. Down the bottom, it just has some messaging around member exclusive pricing for people who are not unlimited members to get in touch with your studio to learn more. So it just gives them a little bit more information around what X Plus is. And that is now available in Digital Stack as well. Now today, what we're going to be chatting about, Bryce and myself, is X Plus. Just a little reminder again, our fee-free period will cease from August 1st. So the ongoing monthly contribution is $200 per studio. So we're going to go through a little bit around the resources and how you guys are able to market and sell this at your studio. And just a little refresher to everyone on what X Plus is if you haven't used it already. And then just lastly, how you guys can set up your free staff accounts. So we now have an SOP on how staff are able to get those free accounts and start using it and understanding how the platform works. Okay, so X Plus. So X Plus provides live and on-demand access to thousands of digital fitness options from each exponential fitness brand. So I wanted to give you guys an actual breakdown of what those brands are and what those brands do if you do get any questions. As always, we're going to recommend downloading the app yourself and trying all of the different workouts to get an understanding for how the brands work. But those brands include obviously CycleBar with cycling, Pure Bar with bar, Yoga 6 with yoga, AKT, which is a dance and HIIT brand, Club Pilates, which is Pilates, Stretch Lab, which is stretching, Stride, which is treadmill running, Rumble, which is a boxing and HIIT workout, BFT, which is a functional fitness workout. We're all pretty familiar with them. And then Kinergy, which is one of the newest added brands, which is a dance brand as well. So it gives consumers that ability to enjoy on-demand workouts from home all through the use of the app. So I thought I'd actually just give you guys a little walkthrough of the platform for anyone who hasn't used it previously. Again, at the end of the call, we're going to show you guys how employees can get free access to it. And again, I recommend downloading it and trying it for yourself. So that way, when you're actually going through and trying to sell it to someone else, you understand the benefits that they're going to get from it. So there are a few different tabs. There is the classes tab. It is going to look a little bit different on the mobile as well. There is the schedule tab. Now, just keep in mind on the schedule tab, this is all in line with the US hours. So it doesn't transfer to Australian hours. So it will be earlier in the morning if people are wanting to do those live classes. They are still pre-recorded. It's just so people have that commitment of having a set time that they're going to be committing to that class. And then there is the For You section. Now, when it comes to the class section, here, there is a way that they're able to filter and to find their preferred class. So they can filter using the following parameters. So duration of a class, so anywhere between probably around 10 minutes up to 80 minutes. So if they want to say, I've got 20 minutes now, I want to find a 20-minute class, so they're able to change those search parameters. Categories, so they're able to select the type of workout that they're wanting to do, whether that's going to be a dance workout, a HIIT workout, or a Pilates workout, and filter down from there. Instructors, if they're starting to do a few of those on-demand classes and they find an instructor that they really like their type of classes or they like the way that they teach, they're then able to filter by that instructor. Equipment, so they're able to filter for a class based on the equipment they have. So if I have a bike at home, I can filter for bike workouts. If I have a Pilates ring, I can filter for Pilates ring workouts, or they can also specify to choose no equipment classes if they don't have any equipment in their home or when they are traveling. And then body focus. So if they're wanting to focus on a specific area, they're able to filter down. So say they want to focus specifically on a core workout, then they can select that as the body focus. And then that will give them a list of classes that fall under those selections. Just some other areas, they're able to create a playlist of their favorite classes. So again, if they are enjoying a workout and they want to more easily come back to it at a later point, they can favorite it and add it to a playlist. And then the activity history. So they're able to see all their stats in one place, which shows them how many active minutes, the average heart rate, those types of things through the app. How to use, the easiest way, yes, it's available on the desktop as I just showed, but the easiest way for people to use will be through the Exponential app. So if they haven't downloaded this already, this is available on the App Store and also on the Google Play Store as well. As we've mentioned previously, with anyone that is getting auto-entitled a membership, we are recommending that they wait until they receive that activation email, which then prompts them to download the app. Bryce, do you want to take over from here, or?
Yeah, I can do. I think I don't have the dual access on it, so you'll just be the pop through. So Peter, I think you probably heard me talk about X Plus a lot when I was in the studio not too long ago selling. So you probably got my verbiage firsthand, which is good. But I think it's just something that we need to constantly be making our members aware of, using it during the sales process to, one, increase the value add for somebody joining on a membership year with us, but also looking for additional opportunities to increase revenue from existing members, either through upgrading them to one or two classes a week to unlimited, or selling them the monthly subscription. So Dakota, I'll get you to switch to the next screen. So yeah, using the assets obviously that we have available in studio, but also building it into the sales pitch as well. So the X Plus little kind of fact sheet that we've got here, a flyer, I would consider doing something up with like a new member bundle, where basically you give them the app information, you give them the X Plus flyer with information on how to download it and how to get started with it. Also consider putting in that little flyer, there's in Digital Stack the bike setup cards where you write their bike setup, so when they come in and do their next class with you, they know where the bike settings are. So I would consider putting a little bundle together for every new member that you have, and also something around your studio policies and bits and pieces as well. Now, it doesn't need to be a sole focus that happens in studio. So look at external events that you can be doing as well. Is there business partners that you can work with to help drive Exponential Plus? Is there an opportunity with your private ride, Peter, potentially where you could look to offer them X Plus as an add-on in addition to what they're doing in studio with you as well? So again, that drives awareness to the brand and product, keeps them using and active with our brand, but also the other brands within the system, but also gives you the opportunity to drive some additional revenue from that as well. So again, as we're going through the in-studio presentation, I would still focus solely on selling the membership first and bring the X Plus in once you've got the yes on the membership, just to avoid any unnecessary kind of confusion during the process. If you have somebody obviously that's on the fence between the two classes, weekly and the unlimited, if they're kind of umming and ahhing, using that as a tool to get them to commit to the unlimited membership. Obviously then the benefit with that is that they get Exponential Plus for free. So just making sure that we're still focusing on driving the membership as hard as we can in studio, and then building that X Plus into that presentation after they've committed to the membership. And it's as simple as just showing them the information. If you've got the app downloaded on your phone, showing them what the app looks like, the classes that they can do at home, and actually giving them a quick little tour through that as well. We've got some X Plus sales scripts and bits and pieces in Op Central. There's a pricing guide as well. It's basically the $9.99 for the single modality membership per month, and $19.99 for the full brand access. So again, just understanding the pricing and making sure that everybody on the team is aware of what that pricing looks like. So when they're presenting it, there's no kind of hiccups or uncomfortable moments during that sales process. Moving through. Now, in terms of retention, I can't remember if I brought this up with the CycleBar crew, but chatting with one of the Rumble studios out of the US, who's consistently got one of the lowest attrition rates I've ever seen in any of the brands. They're basically sitting at 2% month on month, every month without fail. And as part of the conversation that we had with them, why? How are they doing that? And his response was that he gives his members the freedom to do other modalities and other fitness workouts so that they love and want to stay with Rumble, and they're not getting bored and kind of losing interest in the sessions that they're doing with him. Now, X Plus gives us that in one space, and it gives us everything across all of the different fitness brands within the Exponential family. So it gives our members the freedom to try different things, do different workouts, all by having a membership, one with us, but also by potentially signing up to that X Plus membership as well. So using this as a retention tool can be an incredibly useful thing in studio. So, you know, if somebody's traveling or they've got a holiday plan and they're potentially away for a week or two, looking for opportunities to potentially keep them off the freeze so that they can use X Plus. Now they can use it regardless, even if they are on freeze, if they're traveling. But I would just use it as a tool basically to try and get that person to stay off of freeze, and just basically kind of saying, you know, if you want to use X Plus while you're traveling, we'd recommend staying off freeze so that you have full access to it and that you can still do classes while you're traveling. And it's a great way to kind of stay motivated and keep fit while you're doing your holiday as well. Seasonality things, I think that's something that's on the next slide, is that, you know, coming into winter and autumn, kind of smack dab in the middle of it now for us is usually when we see a lot of our freezes kind of pick up in studio. And a lot of it is just the fact that it is so cold and people don't like getting out and leaving the house when it's -2 degrees in the morning. But using this X Plus as a tool again to keep them on board and doing fitness classes at home, keeping them engaged with the brand and product so they can do these workouts in the comfort of their own home, with the aircon going if they want to. And it's a nice, easy way of, again, keeping that person engaged with the brand, keeping them active and fit, but also using the X Plus tool as a piece to keep them on as a member with you in the studio. All right, moving through. Really annoying not being able to change slides.
Do you want me to? Sorry, I can update.
I'll let you jump in and I can do this one. So one thing I don't think we've done to date, I know we did our initial emails that we sent from corporate to all of the members, letting them know that they're going to be getting X Plus, and including our 1 and 2 class a week members in there, that if they wanted to sign up to that platform, they have the ability to upgrade, or they can purchase a membership in addition to that. Outside of that, I don't think I've seen much come from the studios promoting X Plus. So I think just, again, adding in reminders through text message and email is a really handy way of kind of going out to everybody that's in your studio already, to promote and build awareness to the product, but also encourage some additional signups. Again, having your in-studio posters, flyers, and little bits and pieces that you can give to your new members as you're onboarding them, but then also looking to do your social post around X Plus in studio as well, and creating something once a week on that one. So I think on the next slide, Dakota, there's information on what they do. Nope, might be further up. So basically, X Plus, they will post weekly some additional content. So what I'd recommend doing at a studio level is following X Plus on their social pages, and then resharing those posts on your studio pages to, again, drive awareness, build that following, and potentially start that conversation with people as well. Obviously, when you're doing these posts, making sure that you're looking out for any comments and stuff that are coming through, and reaching out to those people that are expressing interest in it to see if it's something that you can use as a method of reaching out to them, seeing if it's something that they'd like to have as an add-on to their membership, or again, potentially upgrading them to the unlimited membership as well. I think the other one that was there was the using it at grassroots events. So having this as a presentation, basically, that's on one of your iPads, TV screens, whatever it is that you're using at your grassroots events, to have videos looping through. Again, building awareness through X Plus, using it as a tool during the conversation, one, to try and get people booked into classes, but also to try and sell them on the X Plus membership then and there, can be another great tool of kind of providing some additional benefits. Again, one, for joining the studio on an unlimited membership, but potentially looking at those sales opportunities at grassroots events as well. So having those videos on loop on the devices that you have there. So if it's an iPad, laptop, TV screen, whatever it is, just making sure that you've got those videos, and then potentially looking at some incentives to get them to join then and there. So potentially offering them a month for free on the X Plus service, and then they kind of go into the full price ongoing after that. All right. I think I've covered everything, Dakota.
Yeah.
So, just to go back a bit, what did you say that the videos were available to put on loop, or did I miss that bit? Someone just said, Sarah, as you said it.
Oh, that's okay. So Dakota, we've got video assets in Op Central.
Oh, video assets on X Plus itself.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good, excellent. No, that's excellent, because it's always nice to add new content on the TVs too. Otherwise, it just becomes a blur in the background, doesn't it? So that's good.
Yeah,
I'll have a look. Thank you.
So I think with that, Dakota, that's from X Plus, the website itself.
Sorry, the videos, the marketing videos, or do you mean?
Yeah, the marketing videos.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Also, Bryce, just in terms of the coming soon email automations, if you want to cover those.
So I think we mentioned this on the ops call last week. Basically going to have some automation built out in Club Ready. One for new members that have signed up in studio. There's going to be like a day 1 or day 2 email that goes out, letting them know if they're on the unlimited membership that they're going to get that X Plus email the next 24 to 48 hours. And then for your 1 and 2 class a week members, if it's something that they'd like to take up, to obviously contact you in studio. In addition to that, we're going to add into the missed sale automation at day 60, looking for an opportunity to potentially get them to sign up to X Plus. I think at 60 days, if we haven't converted them in studio, it's just another tool or avenue that we can use to try and get them to purchase something from you at the studio level. And then also at the 120-day mark for lost members. So again, giving you that opportunity to try and get the members back into the studio, but going back out to them with another offer to get them to purchase an X Plus subscription from you at the studio level, so that we're getting them back on something within the studio as well.
Good.
All right. X Plus for employees. Dakota, do you want to take this? Or you want me to go through that?
Yeah. So this is going to be pretty simple. We'll roll this out to you guys and pop it in Ops Central so that you have access to the links, but also the materials for you to roll this out to your team. But it's a very simple process in terms of redemption. So it'll just be an opt-in process and will require your studio teams to provide the link to your studio staff to activate their free account. So it's just going to take them basically to a sign-up page where they can register their information and check out. The checkout will be a $0 and won't require them to include any card details or anything like that. And that way they're able to just instantly redeem a free membership for X Plus and start using the platform. So what will happen is they'll visit that sign-up page and enter their email. They'll then automatically be redirected to the account setup page where they can then create their username and password, accept the terms of service, and receive their free access. And then once that has been set up, they'll receive an email to then move forward and set up their account. So they'll be able to then use that on their own personal devices as well. So it's just a great way to have them start to use the platform and understand the benefits. But it's also a really great way for your instructors if they're starting to do certain workouts. You know, maybe they've tried a new stretching workout that they want to recommend to their to people in their class at the end of the next class that they teach, and say, hey, if you do have X Plus, I actually did this really great workout, which is great if you've got tight hamstrings after this class in particular. Just another way for them to add that touch point with members on the benefits of the platform. In terms of ways that you can communicate this to your staff and have them sign up, we will be releasing a postcard and a flyer with a QR code that they're able to scan. It is just super important that we are not sharing this with any members or anyone that's not a staff member, because it will give them access to sign up for free. So just making sure if you are having this in the studio, just that it's behind the desk, or that you're sharing it privately with any of your staff members. And then we'll also send out an announcement email that can be sent to your studio staff with that direct link through to the sign up page. So again, just being really cautious with that one, that we're not sending it to anyone that we shouldn't be. So in terms of the staff subscriptions, there will be yearly audits to identify any inactive team members. So any inactive team members identified during the audit will just have those subscriptions cancelled. If for any reason that's a staff member that still needs access to it, they can just go through and re-sign up. Who qualifies? That will be any current staff and instructors that are qualified to receive the free X Plus subscription. And just a reminder, it should not be given to any member or previous staff, studio staff or instructors. And what happens if an employee is terminated or they quit? It will just automatically remove them 1 year after they sign up. So it will just run out that year subscription and then they'll be removed. So pretty straightforward. I will get that into Ops Central for you guys, so you can start handing that out to your team and you can have people start to use the platform, because again, that's just an additional way for them to push it in studio by recommending certain workouts that they're doing, and also for any of your GMs or sales staff, so that they can really understand the platform and the benefits when they're going through and selling it to members.
Yeah, I think it's super important that all the staff know about it, they're using it. So when they're selling it to prospects and members in the studio, they can talk about their personal experience with it. So when I talk to people, I let them know, you know, on Saturdays, I'll do a class at home with the kids, stream it to the TV. It's a really fun way for me to stay fit and active on the weekend, but also I can, you know, kind of have that time with my kids doing it as well. So it's just a really important thing that anything that we do in studio, the staff are bought in, they understand what they're selling, they can talk about it comfortably and confidently, because it's going to help that person make the decision to ultimately join either on a membership or go with the X Plus membership as well. So encourage them to use it, from front of house staff members, general managers, instructors, whoever it is. Obviously make sure they have it, they're set up, they can use it, and that they're doing those classes as well. It can also be a pretty useful tool for getting ideas from instructors, seeing what the instructors on the classes are doing, motivational things that they're saying, and that sort of stuff as well. So it's a great way of them seeing what some of the US instructors are doing as well. All right, Q&A.
Sounds good. No, I'm pretty right. I don't have anything. I think it's pretty comprehensive. Bit of a follow-up from last meeting, so that's good.
Very good. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there then. Anything from you, Dakota?
No, that's everything.
Cool. All right, we'll call it quits there. Thank you guys.
No worries. Oh, good.
You're the one and only.